Now coming on to the writing part, that how to write data in CSV files. So the first function is csv.writer, and this function returns a writer object which writes data into the CSV file. The second function is writer object dot write row. Now it writes one row of data at a time onto the writer object, and if we have to write multiple rows of data, then we use writer object dot write rows function. So writing into CSV files involves the conversion of the user data into the writable delimited form and then storing it in the form of CSV file. So now before we proceed, it is important for us to understand the significance of the writer object. Since CSV files are delimited flat files, and before writing onto them, the data must be in CSV writable delimited form. So it is important to convert the received user data in the form appropriate for the CSV files. Now this task is performed by the writer object. The data row written to a writer object, written using write row or write rows functions, gets converted to CSV writable delimited form and then written onto the linked CSV file on the disk. So now let us look at the steps to be followed while writing into a CSV file. First of all, we will import the CSV module. Then we will open the CSV file in a file handle in write mode. So for that, the syntax is file handle is equal to open, then file name.csv and the write mode. That is fh, suppose is our file handle, is equal to open, name of the file, suppose it's a student, then student.csv, and w, that is we are opening in the write mode. Then we have to create the writer object by using the following syntax. So this is the syntax for creating the writer object, that is name of the writer object has to be mentioned, is equal to csv.write. Then the file handle, comma, if we want to specify the delimiter character, then delimiter keyword is equal to whatever delimiter character we want to specify. And if we are not specifying any delimiter character, then by default it is comma. So in the above statement, delimiter argument is not specified. So the fourth step is obtain user data and form a Python sequence, that is list or tuple out of the data that we have received, like shown over here. Then the fifth step is write the Python sequence containing the user data onto the writer object using the csv.write row or csv.write rows, depending on whether you want to enter single row at a time or you want to enter multiple rows. For example, csv.write row, and in the bracket we will mention the name of the Python sequence, that is over here it is strec, so that has to be mentioned over here. Then CSV files can also take names of columns as header rows. So suppose the first row of the file you want to name the columns, so that also we can do. For that we have to write stwriter.write row, and then we have to mention in square brackets the name of the headers, like roll number, name, marks. If we want these headers, then we can first mention the headers and after that we can enter the values. Now once all these processes have been done, then we can close the file. Now let us look at the program that has been demonstrated. Write a program to create a CSV file to store student data, roll number, name, percentage, obtain data from user and write 5 records into the file. So now let us do this program on the Python interface. So we'll just open a blank file, and then first of all, as I said, that we will import the CSV module. Then we need a file handle, and then we will open the file. We'll just give the file name, like I am giving a student.csv over here, and then I will open this file in write mode because I have to write the content in the file. Then after that I would be needing the writer object is equal to CSV dot writer, and then the file handle as a parameter, and then we will write stu writer dot write row, because first of all I want one line as a header, so I'll mention that over here, that what are the column names that I want in my header. So first of all I'll use write row to mention the column names. So like first column name I want is your roll number, I can mention that. Then I can mention name, then I can mention percentage. These are already given to me in the program, so I'm just using the same column name. After that, what I will do is I'll just create a loop, a for loop, and then I will ask the user to enter the values for the student record. So we need 5 records, so 5. Then I want to print a message that which student's record I'm entering. So let us print student record I plus 1. Okay, so that means initial value is 0, so student record 0 plus 1, that is 1. Then I will enter the roll number. I'll just take one variable, and this is of integer type, so I'll just type integer and then input, and then I'll just type a message for the user to know. So it will be enter roll number. Then I want the user to enter the name, so I will just take a variable name. This is of string type, so there is no need to mention the types int. Then I'll just write input, and then I'll just write enter name. Then I want the percentage, so I'll just take a variable percentage, and in this, suppose the percentage can be in decimals also, so I'll just specify float over here, then input, and then I'll give a message like enter percentage, and then I'll just close the parentheses. Now after entering the data, what we have to do is we have to create a Python sequence. So now we'll just create a Python sequence. We'll create a list, and that list will contain roll number, name and percentage, and we will take a list name also. So suppose I take the list name as STUREC. This is my list name, and in the list the values that I want are of roll number, name and percentage. These are the values that I want, and then we will use the write row function to write the row. So stu writer dot write row, and then the list that we have created. Then we'll just save this program, and we'll just run it. So now it is asking for the first record. I'll just enter the roll number, then the name, and then the percentage. Then it will ask for the second record. Then I'll enter the second roll number, second name and the percentage. Then the third record, the percentage, the fourth record, and the percentage, then the fifth record, the name, and the percentage. Now the data has been written in the file has been created. Now let us check whether this file has been created or not. So we are working in this folder only, the path is given over here. So the file student.csv will be created in this folder only. So we'll go in this folder, and now here you can see Microsoft Excel comma separated file. This student file has been created over here. Now if you open this file in Excel, then you can see that roll number, name, percentage, and the data. Whatever data we have entered, that data has come over here. If you want to view this file in Notepad, then you can just right click, open with, and Notepad. Now here you can see that in the form of Notepad also the comma separated values. We never entered any comma, but automatically the default delimiter is comma over here. We created a CSV file, so the data has been entered over here and are separated by the comma. The next topic is write rows. We have seen the use of write row, that is writing one row at a time. Now let us look how this write rows function will work. Okay, look at the program. The data of winners of 4 rounds of a programming competition is given. The data has been given to us, and we have to write program to create CSV file compResult.csv, and we have to write the above data into it. So these are the multiple rows that we have to enter. So now we will use the write rows function for this. Okay, so import CSV is same, and we'll use the file handle over here. Just we'll change the name of the file, as this is given to us as compResult. Okay, now we will use the same object, stwriter is equal to csv.writer fh. Fine. And now these lines are not needed because we will be writing the data at once. So we'll just remove these lines. And now what we have to do is we have to create a list containing the multiple rows that are given. This has to come over here. Now we will create a nested list. So here we will just enter the data that is given to us in the question. Okay, so first of all we'll just enter the header row that is given as name, then it is given as points, and then it is given as rank. Then here we'll keep on putting the comma. Next we need the name that is given to us, and then we need the points, that is 4500, and the rank is given to us as 23. Then we'll just close this and we'll put a comma over here. We need 3 rows, so we'll just copy it and then paste it. Last will not have comma, we'll just close the bracket over here. So the next name that is given to us, that we will write. The points given is 4800, and the rank given is 31. The next name is given as Ali, and the points are same as 4500, and the rank is 25. Then the last name that is given to us is Adi. The score is given as 5100, and then the rank is 14. Now this is the stwriter dot write rows we will use over here, and the name of the list is comp data. So we'll change this over here, and now we'll just save this with a different file name. Save as, suppose comp.py. We'll just save this and then we just go ahead and run this module. Now here you can see that no message will be displayed because we have not given any message. Now if you want to see any message over here, whether the file has been created or not, then you can simply give a print statement and some message to tell us that file has been created. This is the message you can give, and when you will run this module, then you can see file created message has come over here. Now let us go back to the same path that is given over here and see whether the file has been created or not. Now you can see comp result file has been created. Again, we can just open it with Excel, and when you will open it with Excel, then you can see that the data that we have entered at the time of creation of the program, that data is present in the form of rows and column over here. And if we want to view that data in Notepad, then simply we'll just right click, open with Notepad, and here you can see name points rank, and whatever values we have inserted, those values have appeared over here separated by comma.